Welcome, you have reached review time with Imperial, and today's review is Power, Book 4, Force, Season 2, Season Finale, Episode 10. Let's get into it. So this was more like a wrap-up for this Season 2. Like, if they left a few holes at the end of the episode, but if the season didn't come back, I mean, Tommy, of course, will come back in another series. Maybe he went back to Ghost, Power Book 2. Ghost maybe went back over there. But if it never came back to this season 2, they kind of closed up shop to me in a sense. But they left some holes to keep it going as well. So let's get into it. So the episode starts off with Tommy and Diamond talking about how Vic is the snitch. And of course, Tommy said he's going to make sure that situation is rectified. So you got Miria and Tommy planning on taking a trip to Barcelona, and that's their goal. So that's Miria's plot for the whole episode, pretty much. She's getting ready to go on a trip. So you have Tommy. He went to go see what's her name, Shanti, on the low, pretty much making sure she is. Of course, she's supposed to be out in the public. She's not part of CBI no more. So Tommy's talking to her, pretty much making sure she got everything included with Claudia. Meanwhile, he thinking that she's on top of everything, but of course we know Shanti is plotting against Tommy with Gerard. Gerard is dealing with Diamond at the barbershop. Diamond giving him haircut. So Diamond, because that's his brother, is spilling some of the secrets to Gerard, letting him know pretty much that some of the stuff they did with the Serbs and Miguel, telling Gerard too much information that Gerard will use against him. But you see where Gerard he's torn because he do have beef with his brother, but it's more Tommy. But you see throughout the episode, he keep looking like about his brother, like that's still my brother. Like I don't care about Tommy, but I don't really want to do my brother dirty. So you see how that pans out in the episode. So then you have Vic pretty much giving the Flynn organization over to Claudia, signing over everything underneath her. And pretty much he said he wanted closure for her to tell him that she was actually behind not telling him that the assassins was coming, and she wanted him dead too. So she confessed and pretty much said yeah, because she always wanted the power. He pretty much told her that's all he needed to know. So that's all he needed to know, that he was going, go through with. If she got set up, he wouldn't care. So Tommy finally came home, or the house where JP is, and seen his mom. And he confronted her, she confronted him, and she pretty much said, you didn't tell me that D-Mac was still alive and you sent him away. He pretty much said you was going to F him up, so I had to send him away. I was trying to protect him from you. I thought you would mess things up, and of course you messed things up. So she pretty much told him D-Mac is back. And when she told him D-Mac is back, he said he killed a cop. So he's hot. Like, you just messed stuff up even worse. And of course, JP never got a chance to contact Tommy and let him know, like, yo, I'm standing behind D-Mac. You need to stand down. That's my son. So that plays out in this episode as well. So D-Mac is with his homeboy. He's over his homeboy house laying low. And his homeboy bought D-Mac a gun. Now he tells D-Mac, listen, Diamond's little homeboy Leon got killed, and it was one of the Kilo's nephew. CBI can't retaliate because they got a coalition. So D-Mac is taking upon himself, pretty much saying, listen, I'm not part of CBI right now, so it'd make it look like I'm rogue, and I kill Kilo's nephew that killed Leon for Diamond. So he does that, kills him, takes a picture of it, goes sees Diamond, pretty much shows Diamond a picture, and Diamond like, what are what are you doing? You know what you just did? And then D-Mac pretty much was like, man, I'm not part of CBI. I did it for you though. You know what I'm saying? You can't ride because if you would have rolled on them, it'll fall back on you. But if I do it, it won't. So you're gonna see how that play out in the episode. Now D-Mac is spiraling because now he like, I'm in this gangster life and everybody trying to make me something that I'm not. So he has it out with JP. He has it out with Kate. He said some slurs to both of them, and pretty much he stepped out and he rolled out on his own. He pulled a gun out on JP too. So that was the end of D-Mac in the episode. So it goes to Mira and Tommy. So this is the last time we see Mira in the episode. She pretty much, Tommy was like, well, it's pretty dope of you to, it's pretty dope of you to choose me over your brother. And she was like, well, I was always the outsider with the family. So it was an easy choice because I got to do what's best for me. Kate shows up. When Kate shows up, Tommy pulls the gun out on her. Kate meets Mira. She tells Mira, you need to get away from him. And pretty much Mira says she knows everything about Tommy and what he been through, and talked about Lakeisha Grant, and she pretty much said her family, she comes from that. So Tommy pretty much pushes his mom Kate away. He gives Kate some coke. You see how that pans out at the end of the episode. So Mira and Kate met. Mira went to work. So there's a meetup with Merkovich, Claudia, Elise, and Shanti. Merkovich is talking himself, and from there, Claudia goes to approach Tommy and pretty much telling him like she's untouchable now. She with the other cartel, she got the serves, and she should have hit him when she had a hand. Now, it looks like Claudia, like the actress, got some new teeth or something because her teeth look real funny in this episode. Like she, was trying to get her, like if she got some new veneers done and she trying to get them to fit her mouth. So she looked weird in this episode. I pointed that out. Why I noticed that. And so there is a scene where Gerard and Diamond are looking at they're walking, and Diamond points out that Gerard's in an old car. We all remember when the Serbs took Gerard's car. So you see how that play out at the end of the episode where Shanti and Gerard rolling together and they go get Gerard's car back and kill the dude that took the car. So that was cool to see. Then you had Tommy setting, now that he know Vic is there, they set up a meet with Vic, knowing Vic was CI, and at the meet ends up being it's Claudia, the Serbs, but of course Tommy's not there, and U.S. Attorney Stacy, she pretty much is upset because she really wanted Tommy. They pretty much tell her you need to just take the win. You still got Claudia and you still got the Serbs, so you still got somebody taken off the board. However, she's upset. Vic finds out he's been made at the end of the scene, and pretty much, I said the end of the scene, end of the episode, but Tommy doesn't kill him. Tommy got plans for him to basically, if he got a CI that can give him detail on what the cops is doing, then he could use that. So Once Claudia and the Serbs get locked up, Claudia finds out she pretty much saying Vic set her up. He gave up information about her that would pretty much make her take the rap for everything. So Gerard goes in and talks to Big Kilo, and shout out to Big Baby Davis, Glenn Davis, who played the role of Kilo, played that role pretty decent, man. And Gerard went in to make peace, pretty much saying, sorry to happen with your nephew. And he pretty much said, once I get out of here, I'll be getting out of here soon. I'm gonna wreak havoc on all y'all CBI. And so Gerard pretty much was like, nah, he wasn't part of CBI. That dude D Mac, he was rogue. We was having problems with him. And when you get out of jail, when the time come, I hand them over to you myself. So it's gonna be a problem with that situation or whatever. So um, after Miguel's right hand man went to approach Tommy to kill him, didn't kill him. So Tommy killed him. And so what happened is once Chi tried to, when Serbs got taken off the board, once they got taken off the board, Tommy showed Chi that okay, I got Milkovich. He's out of the picture. Now we gonna take over his territory. So Chi said that in front of Miguel. Told Miguel he don't want no beef because it's gonna cause problems with the money. So they had to make peace with each other, and everybody shook hands. And then when Tommy and Miguel shook hands, Tommy asked him where is his right hand man, and he said, Tommy pretty much laughed like basically, I killed your man. So Miguel ended up getting the last laugh by the end of the episode because Tommy has been hitting Miriam for the whole episode after he seen her that morning. He never got a chance to speak to her again, and then when he picked up her phone, he called her. Well, no, she called him. Well, a phone call came in from her number, and it was Miguel pretty much burning the Barcelona tickets and everything. And then Tommy was pretty much like, you better not did nothing to her. And pretty much Miguel said, well, it's a truce. I'm about making this money, so it ain't no beef. Basically, he said, Tommy, you'll never see Mira again. And of course, Tommy yelled out with an angry yell at the end of the episode. I'm trying to think of anything else. In the raid, when they was taking down the Serbs in Claudia, one of the agents got killed, which was a friend of the detective. U.S. Attorney Stacy, she didn't care because she wanted Tommy Egan so bad. So him and her had a falling out. And they telling her take the win, but she wanted Egan so bad she didn't care who got caught in the crossfire. And so what ended up happening is Tommy went home and Kate was having a heart attack. She was ODing. Tommy didn't reach out to her. He didn't help her, pretty much letting her die. JP came in, seen it, rushed to her aid, got her some help, got her in the hospital. So she was in the hospital. So it still remains to be seen, how does this, what's the timeline between Ghost Book 2 and Force? Like, what's the timeline? What's the cross? Like, when Tyreek came and Kate was home at the time, and then Tommy showed up after the fact. So what's the timeline with that? So we don't know. But when Tommy finally came around, got out of his space, he went to see Kate in the hospital. JP was there. He pretty much gave Tommy back the keys to the bar. Pretty much said, you can still use it as your front or whatever, but I don't want nothing to do with you. You're not a brother to me. You only care about yourself pretty much. And pretty much said, leave me and Kate alone. And so that was the end of that. And Diamond and Tommy had a little back and forth pretty much with Diamond telling Tommy it ain't all about him. he had just as much to do with their success as Tommy did, and he needed to stop being selfish. So what took place is Tommy took that within. Oh yeah, I forgot. Gerard and Shanti did send Miguel a picture of Tommy and Mira kissing, and so that's what triggered Miguel to do whatever he did with Mira. So that's pretty much the episode. A lot of wrap ups. It left some holes to continue, where like what really happened with Vic. Um, what happens with CBI? I think Diamond's character is a dope character, so I think they could do stuff with his character. But other than that, the last thing that happened also before the end of the episode is Claudia was talking to Shanti on the phone, and Claudia was talking a little slick. And what happened? Shanti was like, "Well, you need me now," and then she paused, and then Claudia was like, was you in on this for the whole time?" And then Tommy spoke, and then that's when she knew that she was being set up with Shanti the whole time. And right at that moment, somebody came, stabbed Claudia up at the phone. Said it's for Liliana. So Claudia, we expected she died from getting stabbed up like that. That was the episode. So overall, it was this season was to me, in my opinion, better than season 2. It definitely could go into a season 3, but if they shut up camp, then I can see that as well. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Till next time.